Hello, if you are watching this video, you are enrolled in the course listed EDIS 448, Section 501 for the fall 2026 semester. My name is Molly Leeson, and I will be your instructor for the course. During this video, we are going to talk about the ins and outs of our course, kind of review the syllabus, look through our Brightspace together so that you can familiarize yourself with our course and what we're going to be doing this semester. So first of all, welcome. I'm very excited you're here. I'm very excited to take on this journey with you. This is my first time teaching this course, so I'm very excited to learn right alongside with you. A little bit of background information about me. I've also taught Introduction to Exceptionalities online for many semesters, so you may recognize me if you did take that online. I have my bachelor's degree from Akron as an intervention specialist with my license in mild to moderate K through 12 education. I also have my master's in teaching reading and literacy in early and middle childhood from Ohio State. My experience in the past, I taught middle school intervention in a co-teaching situation for middle school language arts and science at Southwestern City Schools, which is near Columbus. And then my most recent experience for the past 5 years, I was in my elementary PBIS classroom or a behavior unit teacher for Jackson local schools at the elementary level. I have a son named Walter. He will be 2 in November. I live with Walter and my husband Nate in East Canton. We have a little farm with many, many chickens and a goose, and we have our St. Bernard moose. So we kind of got a nice little farm life out here. You are welcome to contact me however, whenever you need. Our course is a little more intensive as we get a little higher up in the ladder of our education experience. So there may be times when you're working on something or you're in field experience and you have a question. You can always email me. My email is listed right here as well as on our syllabus, or you can text me. Please don't think it is weird to text your instructor. Sometimes I completely get it. It is way easier to just shoot off a text and get a question answered that you need immediately. So you may contact me however, whenever you need. We're going to jump right in to our Brightspace and our syllabus review. So I'm going to show you what Brightspace looks like on your end, and then we're going to have to switch over to my end because some of the features are not available yet as I'm filming this before the start of the semester. So when you access our course, you're looking for this banner image. It has our course name on it. We are learning about individuals with moderate to intensive educational needs and those characteristics and implications. Everything that you'll need will be listed under our content. You know what? It switched over to my view. So yours is going to look a little bit different, but it has all the same information. Yours, all of this stuff is kind of going to be listed in the middle for you. Under our course information, that's where you can find a link to the syllabus, a link to the course outline, and this video. As you see, as you scroll down, our course is going to be organized by weeks. So each week you'll come into the weekly banner and you'll have everything that you need to accomplish for that week listed there. If you actually click on the week banner, it also lists it as bullet points. This information will also be in a weekly announcement. Okay? Let's hop over to the syllabus, and if we need to, we can come back over to Brightspace. So your syllabus, if you remember, is listed under your course information. All of this stuff at the top is kind of what we already discussed. We are an online asynchronous course, so this is completed at your own time, at your own pace. My office hours are by appointment, but I can be available any weekday between the hours of 10 to 3. If there's something that you need that's outside of that time range, just ask me and we can definitely make it work. Our course description, our course rationale, our textbook is listed here. All of our course is based on our textbook, so it is very important that you have a copy of that because we will be using that a lot as the semester goes on. Our course goals and objectives are now listed here. And this is our course outline. This is also on a separate link in a separate Google Doc of just the outline so that you have a copy that's easier to access. And again, all of this information is also available on Brightspace in the weekly tab, and it will be in your weekly announcement. But it's organized as the week, the theme for the week, and then the task and assignments, and then any due dates. Our course will operate like this. At the beginning of each week, the Monday of the week, the week will open, and you will have chapters for that week. Um, if there are additional videos that link to the content, they'll be listed there. You will have a content video, which is going to be me teaching you about the content from your chapters and the theme for the week. Then you will have a weekly reading quiz. Those are 5 questions that are covered. The information will be coming from your textbook and your weekly weekly PowerPoint and weekly content video. And then you will have an online discussion every week, and that will work as you will post your original post answering the question that I have posed to you by Wednesday of the week. And then you will respond to 2 of your peers' responses by the Sunday of that week. And you will also that's going to be what each week is about. Some weeks you will have additional like random things here and there. We have a lot of information we have to review about your field experience and getting you placed into a good place for you. So there's other tasks that are going to come into our course as the semester goes on, but that's kind of the basic skeleton of what a week will look like. And remember, along with being posted in your course outline, it's also posted on Brightspace in multiple different places. So our course is laid out right here. We have a couple of specific assignments that I'll review as we go on. The instructional strategies and activities are listed here. Your evaluation is based on your completion of the assignments by the deadline. The formal due date protocol is that all assignments are due on the date that is designated by the instructor, and 5% of the total will be deducted for 1 day late submission, and then that will accumulate on as the number of days the assignment is late. If there is something that comes up and you just can't get something done by the assigned day, no problem. Please just reach out to me ahead of time and we can work something out. I am extremely flexible. I understand that this is not the only course you're taking, and this is not the only responsibility that you have in your life right now. So if you have something come up and you need a little more time, please reach out to me and we can make something work. You will complete these following assignments that are worth these points, and it lists how much percent it is of your final grade. One of our biggest projects is you will complete a CAPE research paper and presentation. CAPE is just the accreditation program that we use for our School of Education. So completing this paper and this presentation are requirements to make our school an accredited school. So this is not something that you can just choose not to do. This is something that has to be done. So we'll talk about your research paper as it gets further into the semester, but by the end of the month of September, you'll be assigned a research topic, and then you'll complete a research paper and a research presentation on your topic. Your video presentation will then be reviewed by some of your peers, and we'll have some discussions about that over on our online discussion platform in Brightspace. You will complete a midterm project, which is going to be a little bit different. It's not a research paper, but it's going to be a project that covers a topic from the first half of the semester, and you're going to complete a really cool handout about one of the disabilities that we've reviewed. You will have a final exam at the end of the course during exam week. It will be a cumulative, standard, multiple choice, fill in the blank type of exam. And that will be at the end of our course when we have finished all of our learning. Your reading quizzes, you will have a total of, it will be 5 points each, which is a cumulative of 70 points throughout the semester. You will have online discussions. That will be your original post and your response to peers. That is 10 points per each discussion, adding up to 140 points for the course of the semester. And you will also complete field hours for our course. We have a requirement of 10 field hours. So through your field hours and your experience, you're going to be completing your field log, which will be a log of your field hours with a summary of your time spent. That adds up our course. We have 520 points that our course is worth. The grading scales listed here. These assignments are broken down again in this table, and the links to, if you're interested already in learning about what your research paper is going to be like with the rubric or your presentation or your midterm project, you're free to review those now, but they're linked here, and they'll also be on Brightspace when the time comes to dive into those projects. Conceptual frameworks for our university are listed here. Code of conduct, academic misconduct. You can review these as the course goes on. Our ethical use of AI for our course. I understand that AI is everywhere. It can be a really helpful tool, but it can also be something that we can become a crutch for us in our education. So I'd like to challenge you to use as little AI as possible, especially when you're working on a lot of our stuff each week is going to be a little more reflective. And so I really want you to think about, do I really need to use any type of AI right now? Or can I just like reflect and think on this on my own? So I challenge you to that this semester. Additional policies are listed as per normal in the syllabus. We also have, this is our regular and substantive interaction statement. If this details throughout each thing we will complete this semester, each requirement, my responsibility and your responsibility as a student. Additional statements and policies and a bibliography on the course and our syllabus. If you have any specific questions about the syllabus, please reach out to me. Anything that you are concerned about or interested about, I'm happy to answer that question. Again, everything in our course is kind of organized by our course information, syllabus, and outline, and then per week. So as our weeks go on, everything will be organized per week. And additionally, if something out like our research paper and our midterm project and our field stuff, that stuff is kind of like bigger and needs more than a week. So I have that information will be made available to you prior to just the week of its being due. So if you have any questions or any concerns, please reach out to me. I'm always available for you. I'm very excited for this semester, and I hope you are too. And I will be seeing you in additional videos.